I was a naturally argumentative child, I think is probably the polite way to put it. And people had always said to me, you know, maybe you might be a good lawyer.
I wanted to be a lawyer because I saw the legal framework very much as a way of driving change.
I really wanted to be a cook. I didn't want to be a lawyer at all.
There's this awful moment when you're doing your degree when it dawns on you that you actually might have to earn a living.
I became interested in reading for the bar when I was 15 because I got a crush on a young barrister who lived round the corner from me.
Originally, I wanted to be a naval architect. I wanted to design ships.
I answered an advert for lawyers to join the army.
And I ended up having to make 150 phone calls to top law firms to land my first job in law.
I'd give it a miss if I were you. The law is a man's world.
I'm not the sort of person who notices discrimination. I tend to march on regardless.
He didn't think I had a tough enough face to be a barrister and that I should plumb for being a solicitor.
We were sent off to Sandhurst for what was then called the Vickers and Tarts course.
Having my son at 28 was unusual, and I was the only young mum amongst the solicitors at my law firm.
We decided that it made sense for my husband to become the main caregiver and that I would be the one that went out to work. I'm a single parent, so I have 2 daughters as well, so for me role modelling happens at home too.
You're just about to drop your child off at school and there's that moment when you go, no, I'm sorry, you just can't be sick now.
I adore my children, but I love my job as well.
And I was very, very fortunate when the opportunity did come up to head up the legal team for the world's largest biotech company.
I've worked on the Madoff investigation, I've worked on the BAE investigation, I've worked on LIBOR, I've worked on FX, I've worked on phone hacking.
And other judges are very helpful too. So you learn to swim in the deep end quite quickly.
Becoming a peer was to me like winning the lottery without buying the ticket.
My jokes were never funny until I became a Major General.
You know, I never thought, as the daughter of a penniless refugee, that I would end up in the House of Lords. I mean, even now I find it quite hard to get my head around it.